What's going on, guys? Today we are going to take a deep dive on Ashrah, her gameplay, her mechanics, her playstyle and strategy, and also what cameos she's going to really pair well with. And I, for one, am really excited to go over Ashrah. She is one of my favorite returning characters in Mortal Kombat 1. She has completely disappeared and not even mentioned in the NRS era, and this is a great time to be a legacy Mortal Kombat fan to see this character return. Now, as always, help the channel grow, hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get after it. So I am going to call Ashrah the angelic demon of utility because that is exactly what Ashrah is. Utility. She has so many options in her kit that she's going to be able to play against any character archetyped in the game. Ashrah is a mid-range footsies slash zoner, and she is a stance character. I will get to the stance part in just a second, but I do want to say that I am really excited about it because if you have watched my previous videos, you will know that I am really big on unique character specific mechanics. So Ashrah's entire gameplay will revolve around her two stances, which is a light stance and a dark stance. And depending on what stance she is in, it will completely change the way she plays because her specials change properties in each stance. And what makes them even more unique is one stance plays off of the other. Both stances use the same normals. So let's start with those. Ashrah uses a Chris sword in a very sword dancer-esque style, where she excels in the mid-range. Now, if you play the mid-range, some of the things you want are forward-moving normals and combo enders that push your opponent away so that you can go back to playing the neutral, which is exactly what Ashrah has. If you notice, everything she does ends with her opponent landing at a distance. So with Ashrah, you will start out in the light stance, which mostly revolves around her neutral and mid-range attacks. Her specials include a slow starting projectile that does not travel the full screen, but it does cover from top to bottom, so you can't jump it or duck it. But I do think it might be a problem for a drop down teleport such as Melina's dive kick, or someone who can phase through it such as Johnny Cage's command dash. But all in all, the projectile is great for poking your opponent and keeping them at a distance to continue playing the neutral. Ashrah also has Sword Slash, which is a great combo ender that is also good for anti-airs. And again, it ends with you knocking the opponent down at a distance. Her Sword Uppercut special is also a great cameo combo extender and anti-air tool. And if you do EX the special, it will let you do an aerial combo. And last is her Ghost Option special. It can be sent full screen on both the ground and in the air. It can lead to a knockdown, a side switch knockdown, or you can cancel it. The cancel, I think, will be a really useful tool against opponents who are really trying to keep their distance from you. So you can throw that out there to play mind games with them to keep them on their toes. Now let's go into her dark stance, which completely changes her entire playstyle. Where her light stance was all about the mid-range, her dark stance gives her more tools for zoning. Her slash and uppercut specials don't change, but her projectile changes into a ground projectile that can be cast at close, mid, or far. Her ghost also changes to, instead of a knockdown, you teleport to that location. You can still cancel it like before, and you can still go behind the character for a slash attack, but now it can be used to either get in close or give yourself some distance and side switch. So this is one of my favorite specials that she has because it's great for zoning and playing mind games with your opponent. I love to play the guessing game with my opponent, so a great strategy with the dark stance is to zone your opponent, but also throw out some ghost cancels, and after you have conditioned your opponent, teleport in for a full combo. Gosh, this gets me excited just thinking about it. Now, remember when I said that the stances play off of each other? Well, notice how each of your specials add a dark presence around the opponent. What these do is add stacks up to 3 times, and when you switch to your light stance and use light specials, it adds bonus damage to your attacks, dealing more damage for each stack of dark presence that is on your opponent. So the basic strategy for Ashrah is to be switching back and forth depending on your playstyle and the opponent that you are playing. You're going to be using the dark stance for zoning and laying on your stacks, and then switching to your light to lay on that bonus damage with your mid-range combos. And something to worry about with Ashrah is her stance switches actually take a bit of time, which leads me into her cameo options. In the combat cast, 16-bit used Frost to pair with Ashrah, which honestly is a great choice, and I can see why these two will work really well together. Frost has her ground freeze, which will give Ashrah time to switch stances, start combos, and possibly extend combos. She also has a slow moving projectile, which is great for gap closing and also for you to use your zoning tools as well. But my favorite was her walking punch combo, because not only does that end combos, but creates distance for you both on hit and on block. So Frost is good, but a cameo I think would do even better with Ashrah is Cyrax, which they showed in the Banish trailer, but there is a little bit more to Cyrax that would help Ashrah. The two most important tools is his stun and his bomb. His stun is perfect for combo starters and extenders, but even more so for switching stances, which I can imagine would give you enough time to switch stances and attack. His bomb is another great tool for keeping people away from you, because if you notice in the Lin Kuei trailer, Cyrax places himself on the stage, and when a character gets close, he explodes. This will work well to keep people away from Ashrah and allow her to keep zoning, or if she keeps her distance in the light stance, could lead to a combo starter. In Mortal Kombat 1, Ashrah is just the queen of utility. She's going to have so many options and so many different playstyles and different win conditions. I can see that she's going to be a character that you're going to be going back and forth between your stances, laying on the stacks, and then going back to the light stance to get that heavy damage with her mid-range combos, like I said before. And this is great for you neutral-based players that like to play footsies and in the neutral, and also for zoners who like to keep their distance. And I like that you can go in with her ghost and just play those tricks. So just throw out ghost cancels in her dark stance, and then when you get that conditioned with your opponent, then you can just go in for a full combo. And all of her specials lay on dark presence, or that's what I'm calling it, and just switch back over to light and get that bonus damage. I mean, she's going to be a great character. I can see her being really annoying to play against. I don't think she's going to be oppressive in the way that maybe Smoke is, but she is going to have a lot of tools for people who like to play a little more patiently. And if there's anything that Mortal Kombat 11 did teach me, is that try different playstyles. Like I said, I'm normally a rushdown style of player. However, in Mortal Kombat 11, I played a lot of Katana, which is a very mid-range neutral-based character who likes to use her fans for, keeping the distance and zoning. So Ashrah is a great character. I am definitely going to be playing her and giving her a shot, and I'm really excited to try out the different cameos, just like with Smoke. But I have a feeling that the cameos that are going to pair well with her are the cameos such as Sector and Frost. And another cameo that we haven't seen a lot of yet is Scorpion, but I know that his spear can pull you back, so I think that is going to be a great tool to use for Ashrah. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget I'm doing a giveaway on the 16th, so make sure to check out the video. I will link in the description below for all the details, and until next time, Shred out.